Okay, so let's continue. We're on Klal 7, Halacha Chet. So just the intro here to the next halacha. We have mentioned above that if Shimon committed a sin well known to be inexcusable, such as the case mentioned in the Gemara Masechet Pesachim, where someone witnessed Tuvia commit an immoral act, then Reuven is permitted to report that offense to his rabbi, for there is value in such a report, provided Reuven meets the standard of Meheman Keveitre, he's a trustworthy guy. Chavetz Chaim now mentions certain conditions that must be satisfied before relying on this license. So he says, even in a case where Shimon did something so bad, just like Tuvia did, okay? Eno mutar lekabel stam. Levi, who's a listener, cannot automatically accept what he heard from Reuven. Rak beitztaref elzeh, unless, in addition to Reuven being trustworthy, Hashene pratim shetzarich lizaher b'hem b'inyan hakabala. Levi needs to make sure, besides for Reuven being a trustworthy person, that there are the following two conditions. Aleph, davka im siper lo shera'a davar ze be'asmo. He can accept it only if Reuven told him that he personally witnessed Shimon do this transgression. Aval im shama mipi acherim. But if Reuven just told Levi, I heard other people tell me, okay, en la misaper lahazeh shum yitron klal. There's no advantage to the fact whether even if Reuven is a trustworthy guy, this does not help. It's not firsthand, and therefore the trustworthiness makes no difference. The second, afilu im siper lo shera'a be'asmo. Even if Reuven told Levi that he personally witnessed Shimon do the avera, en mutar rak leha'amino u'larchik et atzmo mechevrato. Levi is only allowed to believe Reuven with respect to refraining from associating Shimon, until it becomes known that Shimon did teshuvah. This doesn't give a permit for Levi to go and tell other people, repeating the information. As we explained earlier, and Klal Dalet. Certainly, it is forbidden for Levi to cause Shimon a monetary loss by labeling him as some whatever it is that he did, or hitting him, God forbid, through Reuven's report. So those are the two conditions. A, he has to actually, Reuven who tells Levi has to actually seen the act, and B, even if he saw it, okay, you can only distance yourself from him, but not to slander him further on. Okay, good. Moving on to halacha tet.
That only pertains to immorality, not to
not to
money.
Money
you can't tell. So
unless you're 100% sure.
If you're a witness to him thieving from somebody or somehow, and he could in turn do to others, and you're going to tell whoever you're telling it to, and you're fearing that maybe he's
going to do it to other people. Yeah, so we learned that's okay. That's okay, yes.
It's only morale.
Yeah. If Reuven, the one who spoke Lashon Hara to Levi about Shimon, he did it in a casual conversation. So, he was just talking, and he just mentioned how, so when Shimon went to Burger King and had that Whopper, right, and he didn't do it on purpose, he just had that casual conversation, okay, which we call Mesiach Lefitumo. Dina Hachi, this is the law. Im yesh ba'inyan hazeh, afilu imhu emet, if this report lends itself, even if it is true, leshofto letzad hazechut, to somehow give a favorable judgment to Shimon, or this report was about his natural shortcomings rather than a misdeed. Or for example, I don't know, in that case he would just, he was, always starving, or he was really, really in a bad shape and he needed to grab it, I don't know. But if there's even a possible way to be done like Kapsechut, or any of the issues we spoke about earlier, or if the speaker Reuven did not personally witness Shimon do it, he only heard it, certainly Levi is not allowed to accept it from Reuven. and to conclusively accept this gnai, this disparaging information. Even if this case does not have any of the factors, and it is really Mesiach Lefi Tumo, and there's value in knowing that information. Practically, Levi should be wary of accepting this or believing the report. The report of this person who spoke derogatorily about his friend. And certainly, it is forbidden for him to rely on this license, to go and tell other people this matter, or to verbally degrade Shimon on the basis of this. Definitely can't do it. And all the more certain, if Levi wants to rely on this casual conversation and that piece of information, so again, striking him or causing him a monetary loss also is not allowed. If there are dvarim anikarim are recognizable signs or circumstantial evidence through which appears that what is being said about Shimon is true. Dina haki, this is the law. If there's any way to have a favorable judgment about him, or that was his natural shortcomings, or any of the other issues we described above, then the permit to believe devarim nekarim, recognizable signs, does not apply here. Because we are certainly obligated to judge Shimon favorably, and as much as he's just an average Jew. In fact, he's just an average Jew. Remember, this doesn't apply to a Rasha. If it was a guy who was a Rasha Merushat, we learned last year that it wouldn't apply. We don't want him to be debased in our eyes because of this report. However, if the report is such that it's impossible to find any tzad to be to favor him favorably, in that situation, it would be allowed for Levi to believe and accept the report. He writes here in the Haggah, nevertheless, before accepting Lashon Hara and taking this license of Devarim Anikarim, you still have to be very careful. To contemplate the matter thoroughly. In reality, this is actual evidence. But to ensure that all necessary conditions have been satisfied. Because the Yetzer Hara at this moment is really, really trying to mislead people and say, oh yeah, but I have enough evidence to believe it and therefore it's fine. The evil inclination will point out many of these devarim nekarim as if they are true, reliable proofs, so you should believe the report, and therefore they become trapped in this averav lashon hara. Don't rush to be lenient in this matter. Okay. This license to believe lashon hara, when there are recognizable or proof or evidence, applies only if the following: nikarim mamash, they're self-evident. They substantiate the story that's being said. And Levi personally observed this evidence. However, if the evidence is far from these criteria, and it's just suggestive of the truth of this account, or Levi did not actually see the evidence, he only heard it from others, Levi does not have any advantage whatsoever to believe this. There's a scenario here. Leah's expensive coat is missing from the shul's coat room one Shabbat morning. This actually happened many times, in fact, in this shul, unfortunately. A few days later, her friend Rivka sees Rachel, who was in shul on Shabbat, wearing exactly the same style, color coat. Rachel. So now, a lot of people have kind of goose, right? A lot of people have expensive coats. what does it make this story? Rachel, who comes from a poor family, okay, cannot afford such a coat. And so, Rivka assumes that Rachel stole the coat from the shul coat room. Rivka reports Rivka assumes that Rachel stole it. So Rivka goes to Leah and says, I saw your same coat on the back of Rachel. Right? There's no way that she can afford that. She was there that Shabbat. I'm telling you. So now, if you're Leah, what do you do?
Nothing.
What do you do if you're Leah?
I don't know, maybe she didn't believe her, I don't know.
Leah is not permitted to believe that Rachel was wearing her coat unless she has direct proof. Okay, so if there was something on the coat that was unique, a stain, whatever, then obviously you can believe it.
Wasn't in front of everybody. She was walking down the street and she happened to see her.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that own black winter coats, right? So it's just is what it is. Vedan, you should know. Even if there is actual proof, all that is permitted, is for Levi himself to believe what was told him. So you have the Devarim Nikarim, so you can believe what was told him. But to go and now tell other people, that's not allowed. Because it's no better if Levi himself saw something negative of another person. In which case he's not allowed to tell other people. As we explained earlier in Klal Dalet Siv Gimel. And know that בכל אופן אסור לסמוך על היתר זה של דברים נקבים ממש להפסידו ידי ממון או להכותו. And of course, you are not allowed to, as a result of this evidence, to strike him or to cause him any monetary loss. Okay, we'll now you wake up about the coat. The coat. We said that the person cannot, she can't believe the report unless you know for sure that that's your coat.
Somebody has my coat, like, in the coat room, and Pinchas saw him taking it. He's not going to come to me and tell
No, that's different.
You didn't see him take it.
That's different. She didn't see him take it.
What do you mean? He took
No. The case was he saw someone on the street wearing your coat and knows that they were on Shabbat, the same Shabbat as the Kila. That looks the same, yeah.
It looks the same, yeah, that's what I say. He took my coat because it looks the same. And what mine? That he come to me and tell me,
If he saw someone take the coat, okay.
He made a mistake. He thought it was his.
Okay, then he tells you, yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, what about this?
Well, it happened a few times.
Now, I put my name in a brand new Canada Goose coat.
Yeah.
I put my name on the inside.
Yeah.
And I put the color shul, and I lose it, and a week later, Moshe comes and tells me that he saw Mordechai down the street walking with a coat so similar to yours. And now I'm thinking to myself, now, can I go up to the guy?
You have every right to go out and ask. You have every right. You're right. Your prerogative to go and ask. Right? Anyways,
Really?
to be continued.